Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess if you guys are new here. My channel is Jess Undecided because I am honestly undecided about a lot of things in life, but especially when it comes to buying new things. So I thought creating a channel where I can try on clothes for you, try on new products, try lifestyle products in general so that I can test it out and let you guys know what I think, if it's like worth the purchase. If you guys are having a tough time deciding as well, that's why I'm here. Today I have partnered with Free People and Magic Links to share with you some of my favorite fall winter picks. I did a little bit of like a warmer haul with them earlier on this year and I thought that you guys really enjoyed it, so I decided to work with them again to share with you some new pieces. So my thought process when I choose pieces for hauls, is it gonna last in my closet at least for a couple years? How's the quality? How's the fit? And like, is it just a trendy piece or is it going to add value and add like a little bit of pizzazz to my closet, or do I own something very similar to it already? Let's get started. There are a lot of sweaters and some denim, so I'm really excited. And so the first piece in the haul is this overall. Is it this overall or these overall? I feel like it's these overalls. And they're like this vintage inspired, really relaxed and super soft denim overall. I've spent years, okay? I have gone through I think 2 pairs that I've got, ended up having to donate because I like didn't like the fit of them and just haven't ever found a good pair. And this, I am happy to report, I don't think I'll be donating anytime soon, but these ones I'm wearing in a size small. I feel like I could have gone down to an extra small. There is a little bit of room here, but I feel like it adds to that like vintage vibe that you get from the looseness of the leg and the looseness of the waist. And so if I pair a sweater underneath, which I can show you in a second, there's room for the fabric to go. So it's up to you how you want it to look. I'm very happy with the small. I'm just saying that like the extra small could fit me as well if you did want something a little bit more fitted, so you can size down. This is the denim up close. As you can see, it's kind of a lighter medium wash. It is 100% cotton, which I am quite surprised with because it is so soft. Like, you can just kind of see how easily it bunches up. You can tell how soft it is. It feels like a vintage pair because it's just that soft. It feels like it's been lived in for years and years. Very happy with them. Like, I have the buckle set past my shoulder, so they are quite high, which is another reason why I said like maybe an extra small might be okay. But again, then you'll lose like the little bit of extra fabric that gives you this vintagey vibe. All right, so I've slipped on one of the sweaters that I'll talk about in more detail, but this is what it would look like with an extra layer on top. Like, I kept the t-shirt underneath, so this is like 2 layers underneath the overalls. And it's not super bunchy, like you don't see it being like super constricted around the waist area because I have that extra room here. So I think I'd say size true to size if you want it to look like this. Kind of getting happier about my size choice as I explain it. In terms of length, you can see that they're rolled just a little bit. They are like a wider leg jean. I'd say like they're a little bit wider than my like 90s style jeans that I have. So if I unroll them, they're still like not too long because I feel like the width of them get caught in the shoe. So they're not like dragging on the ground. So you can wear them like this or roll them up. Or if you're a lot shorter, you can even get them shortened. It's not a big deal. I think that the fit of these are actually very good. So next up are what I feel like are Free People's version of the 90s style jeans. They are very long. Yes, I understand I need to get them shortened, and I'm wearing them in a size 25. They say it's a high rise, and I feel like I believe them because it's almost at my belly button. I would say it's probably like on the lower end of a high rise, so like a high mid rise. The only thing is it is quite tight around the crotch area, so I feel like I would size up in these. If you want them to look like a 90s style jeans, then they'll even be a little bit looser around the hip and it'll just fit a little bit more relaxed. This, I feel like they look fine and I don't mind them. It's just like not necessarily the style that like I wanted. And so these ones are 100% cotton, which is why I think they might stretch out a bit. It's just, I'm just letting you know that there's a little bit of like a tightness when you put them on. They're not as comfy as the overalls I just had on, even though they're both 100% cotton. This is a thicker material, I believe. It's a different wash. And sometimes when I find that like the material's the same, but they feel different, it's how they process the actual denim. So like That one might be a little bit more bleached, so it got softer, and then this one isn't because it's a darker wash. So this is what the denim looks like up close. This one is definitely a true medium wash. It has a button fly, which makes it a little bit easier to like put together without having a lot of like of the rolls here that you might get from like a zipper fly. And you can see that it is quite fitted around the hip area. So the pockets for these ones sit a little bit lower than what I'd expect, but I think that's like Free People's style of denim. When I have tried on their denim before, I've noticed that their pockets do sit a little bit lower. So overall, in terms of price point and the style and the fact that they're 100% cotton, I think that it's a pretty good buy. All right, so next up I'm going to talk about this sweater. It is a 100% cashmere crew neck sweater. I honestly think you guys will love it. I got it in this like light gray because it's such a classic cashmere color. I feel like when you think of cashmere, you think of like a perfect gray sweater, and this one is it. So I am wearing it in a size medium. I usually size up, like you guys know, for sweaters, and especially for this one, it just seemed like a more relaxed crew neck shape. So I wanted it to definitely flow a little bit, and so I got it in a medium, and I'm really happy with the sizing. One of my favorite details of the sweater is the crew neck here. It's this really thick band, and then something that really like shows that's Free People and not just your like typical preppy crew neck sweater is that they had these inverted seams throughout the sweater that I feel like adds like a really subtle cool factor that otherwise is like pretty classic. So another thing that I love about the sweater is the length. You can see it basically hits right at waist length, and so if I always want to tuck my sweater in, it literally is as easy as just tucking it in like an inch or two, and it naturally like folds over. So I'm not worried about like a lot of fabric bunching up, which I mean, I have so many oversized sweaters that I can't say that I don't like that, because I do. I'm just saying for those of you who are like just getting into the whole tucking technique, like this is a perfect sweater to try it out in, because like you can wear it tucked just a little bit or completely have it out. And this is a cardigan that is 100% cashmere as well. Really amazing price point. I got the cardigan in this kind of grey-y brown because I get like real grandpa, like boyfriend vibes in the cardigan. So I wanted to stick to something that was like super classic. So this sweater does have 3 buttons on the bottom. The fact that it is still like super loose around the hip area and it like sits and flows so nicely is just the cherry on top. So I am wearing a size small in this one. I just decided I wanted to see what like a true to size sweater looked like on me, and it's not too shabby. I mean, I typically prefer things way oversized, so I could do a medium in this one, but the small actually fits perfectly. This is a closer look at the fabric. I'd say it's almost, if not identical to the gray crew neck I just showed you. It's just in a different style cut. Still has the inverted inseam here. Also, just to note, the small does sit under my butt. So for like spandex legging wearers, I feel like that's a key point to mention. If you're gonna wear cardigans over leggings, I always like to make sure my cardigans are lower than my butt. All I can say is OMG. I thought cashmere was soft, and then I took that cardigan off and put this on. I can't even describe what it feels like. It felt like I was putting on a cloud. So this is like a fuzzy eyelash cardigan. I don't even know. What is it made of? So this one is 100% nylon. I don't typically buy things that are nylon because I've never really loved the feeling of it, but I am very surprised. This might be the first 100% nylon sweater I've had ever. Guys, it's delightful. So in terms of sizing, I'm actually wearing a large in this. I looked at how the cardigan was fitting on the models, and I knew I didn't want it that short and I didn't want it that fitted. So I went up like a lot of sizes. I wasn't too worried about it being way too oversized because of the cut. It's supposed to be quite a cropped sweater, I think, and that's why the sleeves basically come down to the edge, and then I have a lot of room. Basically, it's like a bat wing, but I think that it fits really great. Like, this is my ideal sweater shape anyways, so I'd say size up if you guys are like me and like cardigans a little bit more bulky. This is what it looks like unbuttoned. The length grows a little bit because it's a little bit more relaxed now. So yeah, if you guys want a happy fuzzy sweater, this one definitely does the trick. So next up is probably one of the more popular Free People sweaters. I believe it's called the Easy Street Tunic. So I got a white one in a size medium for my trip to Thailand last year and I loved it. Like I wore it all the time because it was just so comfy, but I wanted to try it in a size small this time. So this is what the size small looks like on me. And I got the classic black color because I wear it so much that like I wanted a darker color that I couldn't get dirty. And I don't have a lot of like plain black oversized sweaters, so I decided that this was a little hole in my closet that I needed to fill. This is what it would look like untucked. I think it would look great over leggings and bike shorts or even like skinny jeans or pleather leggings. That would be really cute. This sweater is mostly cotton, but it does have a little bit of nylon and acrylic and elastane in it, but overall feels like a 100% cotton sweater. I really thought it was 100% cotton, and I told some people that it was, but I have to retract that statement now. As you can see with the fabric up close, there are like these micro ribs in it, and I think that's what gives the sweater a little bit more interest than your basic black cottony sweater, because the tiny little micro rib gives the sweater like some texture from afar. Like from what you guys can see on the screen right now, like you can really see that like there's just a little bit more to the sweater. Seems a little bit more luxe, a little bit more expensive than just like if it was a flat fabric sweater. All right, this one I'm gonna have to stand a little farther back to show you the full thing. This is a super oversized like crew neck sweater slash tunic, I guess. Honestly, didn't think it was gonna be this long. I mean, it looks pretty long online, but I thought it would be a little shorter on me. Thank goodness I got it in a size extra small. Definitely highly recommend sizing down on this one if you are gonna get it. Don't know how often I'd wear it with wide leg jeans, but for the sake of like what I'm trying on right now, probably wear it with leggings or bike shorts, but it's so comfy. It's 100% cotton, so I'm going to show you the fabric up close. So it looks a lot cooler without the t-shirt underneath. Something was bothering me and I couldn't figure out what, so I just took it off, and I think it looks a lot cleaner with less going on up here in the neckline. So I like it about like 80% better now. And then especially if I like probably like switched out into leggings or pleather leggings, I think that this would be a really cool sweater. It's definitely special, and you'd have to be like really into oversized things to like appreciate the sweater, because it is. You can see it's a lot of fabric. And this is the fabric up close. It is like an inversed sweatshirt, because like when you look inside your 100% cotton sweatshirts, you usually get this kind of like texture, and then this would be like what the outside would look like. So they've just inverted it, and this is the main reason like why I got the sweatshirt, because I really liked this texture, and I thought that it would come across really cool in pictures, and it's really comfy too, because I love my loungewear to be like 100% cotton if I can. And to give you a little bit of an idea of what it would look like with bike shorts, or even if you wanted to wear it as a dress, like this is what it looks like. I think it looks a lot nicer and less frumpy when I'm not wearing like wide leg jeans underneath. That's just not how I would style it. I think that it's really fun like this. So if I had to choose, I think this might be one of my favorite sweaters of the haul. This is a tie-dyed like cottony sweater. Well, cotton, it's 100% cotton, and it comes in so many really cute shades. I had a tough time deciding because I didn't know if I wanted to go super neutral like this, or they had like a creamy one with like a pink turquoise that I might go back and order now too, because I'm so obsessed with how this feels and looks. I wore it on an Instagram story today already and got like so many questions about where this one is from. So I am wearing a size small in this one. It is quite oversized. I did put the overalls back on so that you can see like you can wear sweaters over top of it too, so it's super versatile. And so this is how long the sweater is untucked. I've seen people wear it as a dress, and you can totally do that. It's an easy sweater dress to put on, maybe with some like sheer tights come like colder weather, and some boots or some high top sneakers. That could be super cute. I'd say size true to size for this one. I know some reviews say size down, but I feel like if I size down, it would kind of defeat the purpose of this sweater being like a super oversized comfortable sweater. It like would just be tight in the wrong areas, I feel. And so what I normally do is just kind of like fold it underneath and let like the friction between like my shirt or the overalls in this case like keep it up. So this is the color up close. I know farther away it's hard to see the tie-dye in the middle, but you've got some yellows, some like beige, and some rust throughout. And because it is a tie-dye pattern, every piece is going to be slightly different, but you get the gist of this colorway. It's very subtle and it doesn't scream like tie-dye. I feel like the next time I wear this in front of my dad, he's gonna be like, what happened to your shirt? Did you spill something on it? Because without fail, anytime I wear something tie-dye, he thinks I like accidentally did it versus paid money for tie-dyed sweatshirts. And for the material really up close, it's kind of like the Easy Street tunic in terms of like it having the inverted hem, and you can kind of see even more micro ribbing. It's a lot thinner and you can kind of see through it. The ribbing isn't as noticeable and it just looks a lot softer from far away. Last but not least is a winter jacket. This is a super oversized, like very light sand-ish beige overcoat. So it's not super thick. So for those of you who are also in Canada, when it comes time to like snowy weather or like degrees under 0, you'd have to be layering very thick sweaters or like maybe a thin puffer underneath. Just a heads up so you don't think that this is like a negative 40-degree jacket. So this one's 55% wool, 39% polyester, and then 8% other fibers. So I don't exactly know what other fibers means, but the fact that it's 55% wool can tell you enough that it will be substantially warm, but you will need to layer if you're going to be in colder climates. So the thing I love about the jacket is how relaxed the shape is. So the shoulder inseam is way past where like a natural shoulder would be. So it's perfect for fitting oversized sweaters underneath, which makes sense because Free People make so many oversized sweaters. They probably have mastered making jackets that fit perfectly over them. And then the length in this one is perfect. I did get it in an extra small because I knew that this was like an oversized jacket, so I didn't want it to be super overpowering. Also, I am 5'5", so that gives you a reference of like how long this jacket might be on you. So this is the jacket a little bit more up close. It has these peaked lapels, which I really like. When it comes to lapels, I like when it's a peaked one because I feel like it just lifts everything up and makes it look a little bit more sharp. And then it has flat pockets. So this is what it looks like buttoned up. It is a double-breasted jacket. It's a very classic shape. So because it is a jacket, I want to show you the inside. It isn't lined, but the material being only about 55% wool, it isn't scratchy at all. And the armholes are actually lined. So you can wear like a t-shirt and your arms won't be rubbing against the fabric in case like you are super sensitive. But other than that, like I don't mind that the jacket isn't lined because it's finished quite well. Like all the inseams are actually like done really well. So it's not like anything is like really sticking out and making it uncomfortable inside. And that's a wrap. Those are all my favorite picks from the Free People fall and winter collection. I hope that you enjoyed that and it helped you like make some decisions in terms of what you may or may not buy this season. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I will be linking everything along with the sizes and the colors there as well. Hopefully nothing has sold out yet. I do know that sometimes Free People sells out of things quite quickly, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed for you guys that everything is still available. If you like the video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, and I will see you very soon.